Fulham, I want to ask you a question, man. When are you going to relax? When are you going to calm it down? When are you going to take it easy, all right? Just gone on Twitter today, man, and I see this rubbish. And that's all I can say it is. That's all I can call it now because it's getting out of hand, yeah? Obviously, Chelsea played Fulham about a week ago from now. And we wrapped them man up. I'm not even going to lie to you. Christmas settings, yeah? Put them man in a blender. So we cooked them man, sauteed them man, dealt with them severely and sent them packing back to West London. So here's the thing though. For some reason, Fulham and the rest of the league cannot get over this decision that VAR made to intervene. Rightly so, by the way, to rule out Josh King's goal. And I'll be honest with you, I've not even really spoken on this. And it's because, I'll be honest with you, I've been very busy. I've not even had time to make a video, but I've not spoken on it. But it's starting to do my head in a bit. I'm not going to lie to you. It's starting to do my head in because at the end of the day, yeah, when you watch, yeah, and if you get a chance, I would implore you, I would encourage you, right, to go and watch the breakdown of how VAR made their decision, okay, how they came to the conclusion. In that video, right, you clearly see and you clearly hear the referee speak about the fact that he thinks the decision is a natural coming together, right? He thinks it's a natural coming together. And so at first he doesn't give the foul because he's like, well, Chalobah's gone to engage him. It's clearly a non-starter in the sense of being that Chalobah is the one that has initiated the contact and lost out on the foul. So it's on him. But then you go on to hear him also say that he didn't see the contact of, I think it's Muniz, right? He didn't see the contact of Muniz's foot stamping on Chalobah's foot. He goes on to further, in fact, let me just talk about that in the first place. I respect the honesty from referees because in this day and age, it's too easy to lie. Too many people are liars, deceivers, debaucherous, yeah? But the referee, big up himself, by the way, admitted fault. And that's what you want from referees and officials. You want people who are honest about their mistakes, honest about what they have seen and haven't seen. And this is why VAR exists, right? VAR exists to intervene with things that may not have been seen, that could be critical to part of the game. And part of their job is to help contribute to the fairness of officiating in football matches. So while I think VAR have got a lot of decisions wrong, what I appreciated, as I said before, is that the referee admitted fault. And he himself said this. He said, I did not see the stamp. So why I think this is super important is because he recognises something that VAR recognises, which is actually part of that play is not fair on Chelsea's end because at the end of the day, the player was impeded. Now, I could just be being a biased fan, right? I'm sure if you're watching this video and you're not a Chelsea fan, or maybe you are a Chelsea fan, yeah? And you're sitting there going, Quest, mate, you're waffling. Like, it's an absolute lie, man. He's ruined football. Yeah, how can they take away that penalty from the little kid, man? It was his time. It was his moment. Shut up. You think I care? Do you think I care, bro? Do you know how many times Chelsea have been stung by VAR? You must be sick if you think I give two rats butt cheeks about this goal kind of because he's a you, because he's a kid. I don't care, mate. Yeah? But more importantly, this, right? The more important thing is this. He goes on to further say that he didn't see the stamp, but not only that, he recognises that the stamp on Chalobah's foot completely impedes Chalobah's ability to further defend. So this is what people need to focus on. Stop making it about your feelings. Make it about facts. Facts are, anywhere else on the pitch, if the ball don't go in and VAR goes and looks at that, it's not intervened with. Why? Because it didn't lead to a goal. But the whole point of VAR is to try and see if there's been anything that has been unduly done that has helped contribute or has helped contribute to the benefit of the other team. So rightfully, they saw a stamp which inhibited a Chelsea player from being able to defend against the goal. Now, I've heard some arguments say, well, the play ran on. How can they go back that far? I don't know about that far, guys. I don't know if you've ever played on a proper football pitch, right? But what, 50, 60 yards? You're doing that in like what? 3-4 seconds? That's not that far back. If we're talking about a minute, yeah, then cool, I understand. But we're talking about going from the centre circle to the box. Max it's taking, right, is 6-7 seconds, max. Because if you know, most Premier League pitches are about 110 yards in length, yeah, maybe 120, and width-wise like 75, 80, maybe a bit more, yeah, depending on which page you go to. If I'm wrong, correct me. I'm not an expert on pitches, but I do know that's the general length of most Premier League pitches, yeah, at least lengthways. So even if you're going to run that full sprint, yeah, let's say it's about 100 110 meters or whatever, a fast Premier League player is going to do that in probably 12, 13 seconds, yeah? So we're talking about VAR going back max 7 or 8 seconds. I don't know how people believe this was that far back. It definitely wasn't that far back. Yeah, I just had to pause there. My little darling came in. But listen, my point is this, as I'm saying, right? You can't call it cheating. You can't call it Chelsea being unfair, because at the end of the day, Chelsea didn't intervene. It was VAR that intervened. But they intervened, and they rightly intervened, okay? It was a foul. At the end of the day, and I'm going to say it straight, the stamp on Chalobah's foot was a foul, okay? And you might call it rage baiting. I'm going to call that stamp on Chalobah's foot abhorrent, okay? I'm going to call that stamp on Chalobah's foot irresponsible. Because I'm hearing people say, where should he put his foot? I don't know. Anywhere else? Anywhere else? We're acting like roulettes. Your foot only goes one way or only goes in one place. Listen, man, I'm done hearing about this. And I understand why Fulham are upset about it, because I think any football fan would be upset if their goal got cancelled in those circumstances, because it's VAR. So whenever VAR gets involved in the goal, people are upset. Yeah? People are upset regardless. Yeah? However, we cannot run away from the facts and the truth. The truth was a Chelsea player was impeded, and unfairly so. Don't argue with me, argue with yourself, okay? A Chelsea player was unfairly impeded and could not defend, and therefore, rightly so, VAR intervened. And I applaud this from VAR. And in fact, I will go on to say, I want to see VAR do this more often. I want to see VAR get involved in things that are not right in football. Okay, that's what's good for the sport. And frankly, I'm sick of Fulham. I'm sick of Fulham talking like this. How can you go on to include the goal in the goal of the month? Are you all right? The goal got chalked off. This is what I mean. Emotionalism in football is reaching new heights. Can you imagine? Yeah, just think for a second. Yeah. Just think about last season. Can you imagine if for some wicked or bad reason, yeah, whatever it was, just or not, whatever your opinion is, can you imagine if that Garnacho goal at Everton got chalked off, but Man United included it in their goal of the season? Or goal of the month vote? You'd be saying they're shameless. You'd be saying they're a rotten club. This is what's wrong with them. Can you imagine if Arsenal, yeah, if Gyökeres' first goal this season got chalked off because they said he fouled somebody, and Arsenal included it in their goal of the month vote? Would we not be saying about Arsenal that Arsenal need to grow up, that they need to do better, that this is why Arsenal are bottlers, that this is why Arsenal are shameful, this is why Arsenal are this is why Arsenal as a team will never win anything? We'd be cooking them, we'd be cussing them, and yet we're trying to fuel this nonsense that Fulham are doing with more emotion. Why? This is nonsense. This is absolute nonsense from Fulham, and frankly, I am over it. Chelsea done you over, deal with it. All right, it's time to move on. I'm done with this, man. Listen, let me know what your opinion is in the comment section below. I do love to read and deal with the comments, and I appreciate and welcome all comments. Let's keep it respectful though. We ain't got to do name calling and all that. My opinion is just my opinion, and your opinion is your opinion, and I welcome all opinions on this channel. Perspective is what I love the most. And of course, let me say, you are watching me, Quest, on the Prem Perspective YouTube channel, and I endeavor to provide balanced takes on a beautiful game, and this was one. So if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, hit a like on this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel to help me out. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. And until the next video, my people, take care, stay blessed, and don't stress. Peace.